What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Puckin Around. My name is Jordan. You may know me as Dot Props. This is the live NHL research show where we break down the slate, look at some numbers, and share what we are liking. Not sure what's going on. There's usually a few co-hosts who aren't here yet. Just sent them a reminder. Hopefully they get here soon. Stone has a question. How's the card collection coming? It's good. It's good. No, nothing crazy this year. Scaled back a little bit, but I'm going to get back to showing some of my existing collection in my background when I'm not in the office. So we got a nice setup where I can show off a few cards. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Got to grab some from where they are stored. So we can show them off nicely, but some cool ones that I'll be showing. How about you, Stone? Thanks for joining us today. Long time fan of the channel. Appreciate you being here. Let's get some numbers in here. Co-hosts should be on their way soon. Let's look at. We have a massive slate, 14 games today. First week of fantasy playoffs for me. They give us a 2-game slate yesterday and 14 today. That's not how you maximize a lineup in fantasy, that's for sure. But I digress. Okay, let me get some numbers here. Take a look at some team numbers first. Then we'll go from there. We've got our first co-host here, Firefighter Bets, a.k.a. Ray. What's going on, Ray?
What's going on, buddy?
Not too much. Not too much. Just we're just getting started here. 14 games today. I'm not sure if Spittin and Walla are coming. I know Spittin was up real late, so we'll see. We'll see. Ray, before we get started for today, we'll give the guys a few minutes to get in if they are coming. How did you do on Tuesday? We had a Tuesday show.
How did I do?
I could start if you need a minute.
No. I'm just trying to. I talked about
Montembeau night.
Oh yeah. So I think I went like 5-5, maybe 5-4.
That probably sounds about right. We were on a lot of the same stuff. I was 5-4.
Yeah, so I was big on St. Louis Blues.
That came
if
in
you
nice.
Tell me that hit. Holloway point. He ended up having 3 points. I talked about Jake Neighbors, Justin Falk, a couple of other guys. So those came through. Jari saves, Montable under saves, all those hit. So I think I went 5-4 or something like that. So
it was just the Chicago stuff that hurt us.
Yeah, that hurt bad.
That was 3 of my losses.
They finished with 2 goals, so I'm just looking for a better slate today.
Absolutely. Walla, what's going on? Thanks for joining us at Walla Bets. How we doing today?
All right. That was my bad. I'm like working on stuff and I keep forgetting what time it is.
You're good. You made it. Spittin was messaging us today at like 4:40 his time. So I don't know if he'll make it. So let's just jump into it. Anything you want to say before we get started, Walla?
No. I mean, it looks like a loaded slate. Some good angles to attack. So
absolutely. All right. I like it. 14 games. If there's any that you either don't like, going into it, or after looking at the team numbers, you don't like, feel free to let me know to pass because we probably won't get to everything. So first up, we got the Avalanche at the Senators, the top 2 scoring teams in the league over the last 30 days, both of them putting up 4+ goals per game. In terms of goals against, Colorado has been great. Ottawa has been 11th, so not a bad matchup in terms of goals against there. Colorado is on a back-to-back. They lost to Toronto 2-1 yesterday. Both these teams top 10 in shots for, but that's just under 30 shots per game. So we might be seeing teams get into a little bit more playoff form, maybe tighter games shooting-wise. Ottawa's allowing the 5th most shots against. Great matchup for centers and defensemen. Colorado not allowing a ton of shots, the 8th fewest in the league. but they are a decent matchup for wingers. Walla, are you able to do the props.cash screen sharing with no spitting today? You're muted. I don't know if you're.
Yeah, let me take a look.
We got the props.cash expert with us today.
I think, well, I don't know if it was working last time. I remember when we were trying, I think it was like a black screen when I was using it, but let me.
I thought it worked from what I remember, didn't it?
It was working. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
We did get it working, so we'll
Yeah.
figure that out. Quick reminder, while I was pulling that up, if you are a new viewer, please like, comment, subscribe to see more of us. We're here every Tuesday, Thursday. And if you are here in the chat, feel free to comment. I see your screen, Wall. I think we're good there. Feel free to comment on plays that you like, questions you have. We will get to as many as we can, time permitting. All right, so Colorado at Ottawa. And for those of you that don't know, Walla very closely affiliated with props.cash. So he knows the tool better than anyone on the NHL side, probably. Close. It's close.
I would hope so.
All right. Let's see what stands out to you, fellas.
All right. Just looking at this right off the bat, I mean, it wasn't a good matchup for shots, but seeing Brady at plus money at home is I think that's intriguing. You don't often get the plus money on him. 62% at home. Tough spot, but you see he's stepped up in this matchup. It could just be McKinnon. I think like a lot of teams, when they get the stars going against each other, they kind of step up. So it's not the best target on paper, but you see he's averaged a little bit more attempts at home this season. So the plus money is what stands out right there for sure to me.
Yep. Nice head-to-head. Colorado, like stingy overall, but not terrible to wingers. Ray, anything standing out to you?
Yeah, I actually got a question. Has Brock Nelson always been on line one?
No, that's
Okay.
McKinnon's spot.
So
I'm gonna pull up their lines real quick. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. No. No.
Yeah, he's right winger. Well, it might be just like what am I looking for? Like a projected lineup, but they have Nishushkin, McKinnon, and Nelson on line one.
Yep. See it.
Nelson is typically a center, so I guess they're kind of stacking that top line. So I might look at like probably Nature's shots because he's on a line with Charlie Coyle and Lekanen. So I think he sees more shot volume. So I might look at his shots. So how many shot attempts did he have last game, Walla?
He had 5, landed 4 on net.
Gotcha. I want to know if that Brock, if they ran that last game, or is that
It says last game.
Yeah, okay. There probably was a switch at some point, maybe towards the end of the game or something.
I think so. I don't think it started like that, but
if that's the case, possibly Natchez might benefit from Brock moving lines. So I might look at Natchez shots, but I want to double check a couple of things before I do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if you look, I'm looking at his minutes right here. They were down. He saw a little bump last game. He didn't get the point, but it's not a bad spot. If he's at plus money and he's going to be on that top line, it's got to be on your radar with Val and Nate there. Solid line, plus money. But I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, they played yesterday, so you might not see anything confirmed for quite a bit.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna just I'm gonna monitor that for now and kind of just go from there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so that what we're looking at is that was their top line yesterday. So, yeah. Natchez is my lane.
Ray, you're big into the goalie saves. We have one goalie line for this game. Linus Ullmark over 25.5, minus 130 to the over.
I looked at it, but like we said, Colorado, they're on a back-to-back. I'm thinking Allmark allows, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 goals, but I think there is a slight edge.
I agree with you. Slight edge, but nothing that I'm playing. Good to keep it moving.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got switch this up. We have the Calgary Flames at the New Jersey Devils. Calgary's third lowest scoring team in the league, under 2 goals a game recently. New Jersey's 23rd, not much better at only 2.56 per game. Both these teams middle of the pack in terms of goals against. Both these teams are bottom 12 in terms of shots for. Both these teams top 13 in shots against. New Jersey particularly bad to defensemen, and the Flames not great to any positional group, but not a tremendous matchup either. Those are over the last 10 games. We will go to Walla for some player information. In terms of goaltenders, Dustin Wolf in net for the Flames, Jacob Markstrom in net for the Devils.
I don't know. Nothing's jumping out like at me too much in this one. I don't know about you, Fire.
I got one of my favorite, possibly parlay pieces today. If you want to bring them up, Mackenzie Weegar over 1.5. Just his hit rate lately. His shot attempts are absolutely through the roof for 1.5, which I do love. He's getting like between 5 and 8 shots on shot attempts over his last 10 games. He had 4 shots against New Jersey earlier this season. Seeing big minutes. I want to filter his shot attempts to 6 because that's pretty much what he's getting every single game. He has an 88% hit rate on the season when he has 6+ shot attempts. On the road, 85% hit rate. So that's absolutely one of my favorite parlay pieces if you filter 6 shot attempts. So
Yeah,
I like that one. Yep.
Oh, I'm following along. I got you on the screen.
Yes, sir. Love it.
Beauty. Yeah, that's a great parlay piece. Walla, you said nothing really in this one stood out for you?
Yeah, not as a straight play. I think this is a good parlay piece. It's when you look at his last 10 head to head, the season, and the positional matchup. You got Green going across there, so it seems like a good target for parlay piece. Yeah, I don't know. I would have to dig more into this game to really, I think, find what find something I'd really like, and I don't want to waste the time right now.
100%. No,
it's not the best game on the board, so
I appreciate you. 14 games. We got to find stuff we love. Next up, we've got the Maple Leafs at the Rangers. Maple Leafs coming off a back-to-back. They just beat Colorado 2-1. Leafs 8th most goals for, 4th most goals against. The Rangers side of things, they're not scoring a ton. They're not giving up a ton. They're not shooting a ton. They're not allowing a ton of shots. They're kind of, not a tremendous matchup on any of those fronts. The Leafs are allowing the 8th most shots against. They're also, as a team, not shooting a ton, 23rd, only about 25 shots per game. The Leafs are a great matchup for centers and defensemen. Rangers, a good matchup for wingers and defensemen. We will go to Walla for some player numbers. And then in terms of goalies, real quick, Stolars for the Leafs, Sturkin for the Rangers. And I should note real quick, the goalie numbers for Wolf and Markstrom were very efficient. Nothing that is looking good to me there.
All right. I feel like if you've been one of these people who just pulls the trigger on Nylander over 2.5 every game at home, you got the opposite going on here. This guy's got a 75% hit rate at home. Now he's on the road on 0 days rest. If you're an under better, it's a good plus money angle. 1 for 5 in New York, 44%. He's just not not getting as many shots off on the road. So yeah, I see a lot of people play his over every time he's at home, and it's like minus 130, minus 135. Well, you got plus money on the road right here. So just an idea.
I wrote that one down. I'm not an unders person, but that mathematically makes sense, especially the value.
Right? Yeah.
I don't think he looked amazing last night. So
he got that third shot pretty late in the game, if I remember correctly.
And it was like the Matthews line was dominating.
Yeah, he didn't even have that many attempts. It was kind of that was a sweat at home. So
interesting.
Yeah, I know Rangers have been loose to shots. That's the only maybe plus side for him to get some, but just an idea. Good underplay there for plus money.
Absolutely. Ray, anything standing out to you?
No, not really. One team on a back-to-back, and I just absolutely hate betting the Rangers this year. So, not even worth my time, honestly.
Yep.
I had Zibanejad that last show.
Yeah.
Shit the bed. I don't even want to touch these guys.
Yep. And it's not a great matchup for wingers. He's playing on the wing now. That's fair enough. Good to keep it moving then?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, Walla, you got something?
I'm just poking around Panarin's on a point streak. If you just want to ride somebody who's been, rolling. He's been he's 10 of his last 10 here, scoring quite a bit. Does that mean his volume's up? Absolutely. Whoa. Wow. 1 for 12 on his attempts last game.
Who is that? Oh, Panarin.
And he's still net. He's still got a goal.
Jeez.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah. No, that's a fun look. Okay, next. Oh, and goalie lines. They're both out. I think they're both incredibly efficient. It's exactly what I have them projected for. So no edge there, in my opinion. Philadelphia at Washington. Washington still one of the top scoring teams in the league, 6th overall, 3.6 goals for per game. The Flyers allowing the third most over the last 30 days, 3.8 goals against. Both these teams middle of the pack in terms of shooting, both around 27 shots per game, and the Flyers middle of the pack in terms of shots against.
Caps are tight against shots still.
Yep.
For Washington centers and defensemen. We had a play from the show last Tuesday, Ovechkin Wilson point stack that hit. Maybe something we can go back to. It's Urson in net. He is their worst of the two goalies as of right now. 3.86 goals against average, 8.45 save percentage. Let's go to Walla for some player numbers.
All right. I mean, yeah, that other stack you said sounded good. I did the classic OV Strom because it was still plus 100 on 365. I think that should just be a stack that's like constantly minus money personally. So, which it was on other books. So I grabbed that at plus 100 on 365. Even money for OV and Strom is just that's what I like to see. They're consistent. It's a good matchup. I like to see OV get a goal here. I think he's been what? Dishing out assists? What's going on here? Get your goals back.
Absolutely.
I'm riding with that one.
What was your play? Sorry, Walla.
OV Strom point parlay. It was at plus 100 on 365. So, I had to grab that because it was minus elsewhere.
I will note, it says currently, according to Daily Faceoff, I should bring this up real quick. I can't. It says Ovechkin, Pierre-Luc Dubois, Alexei Protas as the line. And they got Strome and Wilson with McMichael. They are all on the power play together where they can do some damage.
Protas would be
another one you could pair with Obi.
Yeah, or I think he's plus
Straight?
money.
Yeah, it's just
plus 104.
I'm locking him in right now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd play that.
Yeah, I'll write that one down then.
He has points in 2 out of 3 against Philly this year too.
15 in his last 13 games.
With 7 points in those 4 games at home.
And he just got snubbed from the Athletics under 25 list. Not included, despite being a 30-goal scorer.
They also switched Jacob Chikrin and John Carlson on the power play as well.
Yeah,
John
Carlson's
on
second unit.
power play too. Yep.
Yeah, good call. Okay, so Protoss point is what we're doing in this one. I like that.
I wish there was a way to see like when they switched. Like was it last game? Because Chikrin had a point last game, which I do like, and he also has points in 2 out of 3 against Philly as well. So,
doesn't he score against them?
When they switch on the power play, you mean?
He scored 2 goals against Philly. Yep. Yeah, when they switched on the power play.
What was the site you were using to see power play time?
That's what I'm going to look at right now. Left wing
lock.
He had none last game.
No power play time?
I mean, that's what, or it was really low. I don't know. You see,
Gotcha.
I'm looking right here. He was up at over 3 minutes and then it just dropped.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess keep an eye on those lines.
Yeah, for sure.
Protoss, if he on top line, that's a smash play at plus money. I mean, even Dubois is at minus 148. So you got to look at him if he's on that line.
Yeah, absolutely. Fire, I got some numbers for you. Yeah, and he's been playing surprisingly well. Fun guy to hate on, but playing well. Sorry, Fire. Over the last 3 games, Carlson has played 634. Chikrin has played 642 on the power play, according to DauberSports.com.
Gotcha. So
basically
pretty
even. So it happened somewhere over the last 3 games.
Gotcha.
Anything else on this one? Or are we good to move?
I think I'm all right to keep going.
All right. Next one's a fun one. And again, I've seen a bunch more viewers in here. If you have any questions, comments, please drop them in the chat. We try to keep it as interactive as possible. Working our way through the massive 14-game slate. Next up, we've got Rays, Florida Panthers at the Columbus Blue Jackets. Neither of these teams scoring a ton, both bottom 10 in the league. Florida allowing the second fewest goals against. Columbus 7th most. Florida is shooting the 4th most shots for per game. Columbus allowing the most shots against, 31.6, particularly bad to centers and wingers. Columbus, also worth noting, allowing the 8th most power plays against. Florida is the 2nd most power plays against. Florida is also allowing the 3rd most power play opportunities for. So 3rd most power play opportunities for Florida, 8th most against for Columbus. So looks like a potentially great matchup for Rays, Florida Panthers. Let's take a look at some player numbers. And in terms of goalies, I don't know if we have anything for this one.
There's Lakins is confirmed.
Interesting. Okay.
26.5. I know Wall's got some, so I'll let him spit that one.
Perfect.
All right. I know it's Reinhardt, right? It's not picking any secret player here, but what I like about, I like it. He's such an efficient shooter that, and I think we talked about this on previous shows. You get him at a playable price for 3 shots when his volume is, 5-6 shots. He's worth a look. And if you see, he was, on this little run here with some nice volume. He missed this game. And then I think I even had mentioned that that was the game where I just got off the Rhino train for some reason against Boston. Then you saw just went down, and now it's coming back up a bit here. Actually, more than a bit, back to 8 shot attempts, 6 on net. So I'm just following, that pattern. Going for that spike in volume, and the consensus price is minus 125 across books, but if you have Bet Rivers, it was minus 106. So I had to play that. Coming off an 8-shot attempt game, other books at minus 125. He averages good amount of shots against Columbus, at least 2 in every game. So again, if I think he gets 5-6 attempts, and he's good for 3 shots in those games. And you're talking about power play opportunity. That's going to be huge for Reinhart. I think he could score easily in this game. He was on a drought with goals, and he broke out of it against Columbus. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Another little drought. He scored last game. It's been a while since he went back to back with goals. So I'm calling. I played the shots, but yeah, I think he nets one here.
Yeah. Great matchup for him. I wrote that one down. I like it. And Bet Rivers, huge discrepancy. So if you have that one.
Oh, sorry, real quick. If you have Caesars, there was like bet $1 and get $25 in free bets. Five $5 free bets. I saw that, so I just threw $1 on a parlay of Rhino, OV, and Brady goals. Just that hits. I'll buy some pizza or something.
Love it.
But you got $25 free bets out of that. So if you got that, take a look.
Good call. Good call. Ray, anything for you outside of Reinhart over 2.5? Hope you like what I like.
Look at his points against Columbus. I think you can ladder him up to 2-3 points. I mean, just his history against Columbus is just absolutely absurd. Look at his assists as well. He has he has multi-points in 4. Yeah, he loves playing Columbus. So I think you can maybe, if you want to get spicy, take 2 assists, 2 points, pair it with another player you like for 2 points or something like that. Maybe take it for 3. But for someone to have that kind of history against a team is just, nice to see. So plus money on both of those. But I do like Sam Bennett. I'm probably going to play him over 2.5 with Uyghur. His hit rate on the road has just been nice to see. Over 2.5, yep. So, I mean, head-to-head, that's great too. On the road, just been a monster. So, like I said, Uyghur's one of my favorite looks, and then Bennett is too. So
there we go.
Great matchup for centers as well as wingers.
Yeah.
FanDuel has him up at 3.5, but he's still 2.5 with some juice on other books. So
okay, good to
there's
know.
some of those promos out there where you need a guy to be minus 250 or better. Bennett for 3 shots is it's a good look.
You get plus 138 for Bennett and Uyghur.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Hey, former teammates, right?
That is true. That is true. Yes, sir.
Ray, your number for Elvis was 26.5.
Yeah, I think we're kind of getting a discount line here because, Florida played Columbus a couple weeks ago, March 6th, 33 saves. But like I said, I think we're getting a discount because Florida's past couple of games, the goalie saves have been 22, 21, 22, 26. I think this is a bounce back game, and I think they come out firing. I believe he probably gets 28 to 30, so, but he is going to allow probably 3 goals, so take that into account too. What's your edge on that?
27.3, so not quite a full save, 0.8.
Yeah, it's going to be sweaty.
If it was 25.5, I would have locked it in. That's what I was asking.
For sure.
Okay, good to know. Anything else in this one before we move on?
Let's keep rolling.
All right, let's do it. Next up, we've got the Montreal Canadiens at the New York Islanders. Brock Nelson still tied for the team lead in points despite playing 6 fewer games than anybody else. Over the last 30 days, Montreal is scoring 3.44 goals, 4 per game. Neither of these teams allowing a ton of goals, 2.7 or fewer. New York shooting a decent amount, 29.6, which is good for 5th in the league. Montreal allowing the 9th most shots against. New York is also allowing a ton of shots against. Great matchup for Montreal centers and wingers, and good matchup for New York Islander defensemen if you like somebody like a Noah Dobson. Let's go to Walla for some player numbers and see if I have any goalie information.
Yeah, right at the top, gotta go. I think you gotta ride with the Caulfield Suzuki stack. Caulfield's been much better on the road, 76% hit rate on the season. You got 8 points in his last 5 against the Islanders, and then Suzuki. Last 11 games, he's averaging 1.3 points against the Islanders. He has a better hit rate at home overall, but I'm not going to let that bother me here. Caulfield's been consistent on the road, and I like the matchup here. So I like these two guys together. It was plus 115 too, so that's a good price for that stack.
Like it. In terms of goalies, it is Montembeault and Sorokin. I think Montembeault just got confirmed. I don't believe he was on DK earlier. Montembeault 25.5, Sorokin 23.5. Juice to the under there. Ray, anything jumping out at you? I know we played Lane Hudson Point on Tuesday. That hit.
Right.
Maybe rookie of the year.
Possibility. I mean, Celebrini's out there though.
Yeah.
How's who is it? How's Montreal against defensemen on your
5th
sheet?
worst.
5th worst
over the last 10 games.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a stab at Noah Dobson. They've played twice this year. He had 3 shots on goal in each of. Oh well, no, he had 7 and 3. Yeah, he had 7 and 3. 17 attempts in those 2 games against Montreal. He's hit 4 out of the last 5. His attempts are just through the roof too. Like that's all I need to see really. He might be just firing the puck and not exactly getting them on goal, but I'm gonna ride with the attempts here.
Right. Yeah.
Over his last 10 games, 7.4. At home, doesn't change. 7.4. Last 26.5. I love this matchup. So minus 120, minus 125.
Okay.
So you were saying that 5th worst target, meaning over the last 10, they're tight or loose to shots?
Loose.
Yeah.
5th, sorry, did I say worst? 5th best matchup.
Yeah, you said worst because I was going to say on the season they've been pretty average.
Yeah, but 5th best. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, sounds good. Anything else in this one before we move on?
How'd Duclair do? Okay, nothing. I kind of like Sorokin saves over 23.5. There might be a very slight edge, but I'm not sure. I'm not too confident on it right now.
Nearly a full save. 24.46 is my prediction.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweaty. I might just fade it for now.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, keep it moving. And then the only other thing I think worth considering, Lane Hudson also playing very well. 12 points in his last 10 games. Something you can consider. Next up, we've got the Vancouver Canucks at the St. Louis Blues. Vancouver, 14th most goals for. St. Louis, 3rd most goals for, 3.9 per game. Vancouver, 10th most goals against. They just had a dominant win over Winnipeg. St. Louis, 13th most shots for. Vancouver does not allow a ton of shots, 2nd fewest in the league. St. Louis is a decent matchup for wingers. Vancouver, not really a shot target, more of a point target if you're going to do that. That's about it. We will go to Walla for some player stats. The only information in terms of goalies, Jordan Binnington set at 21 and a half, 115 either way, minus 115 either way.
I kind of like this game. The Blues have been playing really well lately. I think you can take a look at Dylan Holloway. His shots over 1.5 is a good parlay piece. But that line was absolutely cruising today. I got to run this point back, depending on the price. Minus 111. Yeah, he has point in 4 straight, also against Vancouver. That line's cruising right now. I love it.
Yeah, that's a good play. Who else is on that line? Is that Cairo and Shen?
Yeah, I believe it's Cairo and Shen.
Yeah,
correct. Yes.
How many points did Shen have last game?
He didn't do anything last game.
Damn, how was he not involved? I mean, that line scored like 3 goals. It could have been on the power play too, because
they're on the same power play together too, though.
Damn, how is he not involved? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Cairo had a bunch. He's got 64% hit rate at home. Not anything special against Vancouver.
I like what's his name as well. Damn, who was that?
Neighbors?
Yeah, Jake Neighbors, yes.
Neighbors, all right. He's on the top line, right?
Yeah, he's on the top line with Buchnevich and Robert Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas has been pretty solid, dishing out those assists. So better.
You can probably run like a couple like full line stacks here, I think.
St. Louis
I like
playing well.
Neighbors point and straight. Looks really good.
Yeah, I like
Looks
that
about as good as Holloway, and got plus money on there. What power play is Neighbors on?
Power
give me
play
1 second.
1. He's on power play 1.
I have him on power play 2 actually, with the Shen line.
Yeah, I do see that.
Yeah, his minutes have been a little down.
Not terrible.
I think I like the prices in this game. Maybe it's a trap, but you got Thomas assist minus 110. It's a good playable price. Yeah.
I throw one more thing out there. I don't know, Walla, how much you do sides. So feel free to chime in if you do. But St. Louis minus 140 on the money line. You could buy them down to in reg and probably get close to even money. They're 7-2-1 over their last 10, 3-game winning streak. They've got the starter in net. Vancouver 5-5 over their last 10. Anybody have any thoughts on that?
I love the Blues today, but I'm not willing to bet that minus 140 or in reg either because I don't know. I feel like the Canucks have been pretty decent lately. That being said, I also like Elias Pettersson for a point too.
Yep. What's his number? Plus one. Oh, minus 115.
Yeah. Not to bet that on the road, but he's been hot lately, and I feel like he's kind of coming back to the player he used to be. So
he is playing well. Okay. Anything else for you, Walla?
No, I like a lot of stuff. I didn't decide on anything yet in this game. Like I said, there's a lot of good angles. Might have to see if there's like a same game parlay boost or something.
Yep.
In this one, but I like plus money, so the Neighbors is looking good.
Okay, I like it. Great call.
I have to bring up one more person because
yeah, let's do it.
Justin Falk is according to Props.Cash. If you look at the past demon that they've had on Props.Cash, like they're giving up a lot of points to demon. Falk is also he's on that power play too with Kyrou, Holloway, and Neighbors. So I can see him possibly getting a 0.2 plus 140. So if anything, you could probably take him for an assist at plus 176. So 2 points this year against Vancouver as well. I mean, yeah, there's tons of options in this game. I think we hit everything.
Yeah.
Lots to choose from.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. In the interest of time, we will keep it moving. We still got a bunch more games. We won't get to everything, but we will get as many as we can. Next up, Anaheim at Nashville. Anaheim 12th most goals for, 6th most goals against. Nashville 8th fewest goals for, 18th most goals against. Nashville shooting a good amount, 6th most, 29.4. Anaheim 3rd most shots against. They allow the most shots to centers, the 6th most to defensemen, and the 8th most to wingers. So fantastic matchup for shots and Nashville points, if you like anything on that side of things. So that's the rundown. Nashville is the team to target in this one. So that's what the numbers are saying. Walla's already got something lined up. Not on the side that I was talking about. That's okay.
Mason McTavish has been very consistent lately. You could see more involved in the offense here. His shots going up, and it's led to a lot more points here. He's on a nice run on the road where we got seven straight. Last 2 trips to Nashville, he got a point.
Love that guy.
Plus 105. That's a good look.
Actually, I played him. I brought him up last show. I played him and then forgot to give him out to my VIP. I was like, it cashed, and then I go to check the plays I post. I'm like, no fucking way.
Yeah. Oh no,
but
that hurts.
Yeah, he looks great today.
All right. And I should say it is a Noonan in net for Nashville.
Cutter got moved up to line 1.
He did hit for us. That was another one of the hits from Tuesday.
His minutes jumped up by 4 minutes last game. He went
that was always his problem.
13, 14, playing 18 minutes now. He's been hitting that 1.5. He's hit 9 out of the last 10 on the road. 1.5. One of my favorite parlay pieces once again. Watch him get like 13 minutes. But I don't care. Hit that 1.5. Doesn't matter to me.
Might snipe one if he's getting that much time.
Yeah, I like it.
Is there anybody? I don't think it's a great matchup for Nashville, but I don't really think anybody stands out. Everyone feel the same way?
Yeah, doesn't Forsberg score against them all the time?
That sounds right.
It's pretty good history too.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe he has a good amount of goals, but I thought it was like a lot more. I'm thinking of somebody else, I guess.
All right.
I do think Leo Carlson looks good today for a point as well.
Yeah, he had 2 last game, I believe.
Yeah, 2 last game, and then he's playing with Cutter.
Okay.
Solid.
Yeah.
Good line. Anything else before we move on? We'll get to as many as we can.
Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, right. I'm cool here.
Next up, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning at the Dallas Stars. Stars scoring the 4th most. Tampa allowing the 7th fewest goals against. Dallas is allowing the 7th most shots against. Tampa 17th most shots for. Dallas particularly leaky to wingers, 5th most overall. That's what I got on the team side of things. Decent matchup for centers on both sides too, I should say. That's about it. And we have, I believe it's Casey DeSmith in net for the Stars. Over 23.5 is the number, minus 125 if you're interested.
What's your edge? It has to be 1 or 2.
Smith, 24.8. Yeah, 1.3 actually.
Yeah, I like that.
That's the best one we've seen today.
Yeah, I do like
that. His line, the odds aren't actually. What's the line at?
23.5. It must have come out mid-show.
Yeah, it probably just came up, so I need to refresh for the odds. But
yeah,
Yeah.
Good moving. Yeah, that's not a bad one, though. I'm going to write that one down. Oh, this card is growing.
All right, Jason Robertson makes me sick.
Yeah, he was one of our plays that did not cash. He had him in hints.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Got halfway there. Yeah.
I don't know. I might pass on this game.
How did the shots look for Tampa? Is Kucherov at 2.5?
Yeah, it's minus 154. I was thinking.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
He's been better on the road, solid line, but
I was hoping for a little better.
Yeah, that's too much for me.
Hagel or Gensel? Are either of them looking any good? It is a good matchup for wingers, but nope, all over the place.
Yeah, I'm cool for this one.
All right. Yeah, if you guys are on the same page, we'll keep it moving then. Next up, we've got Los Angeles Kings at Chicago Blackhawks. Blackhawks, 14th most goals for, 3.1. Second most goals against, 4 per game. Los Angeles, 5th fewest goals for. Their 20th fewest goals against, so not necessarily a match we want to target. LA is shooting a good amount, 10th most, 28.9. They're also facing a team in Chicago who gives up the 5th most shots against. Chicago, worst shooting team in the league in terms of volume, 22.3 shots for. In terms of matchups, fantastic matchup for Los Angeles forwards. Los Angeles has a few forwards we might be able to target. So we will go to Walla for some player information. I don't have anything for goalies here. Anybody like Fiala, Kempe, Bogle?
The only thing I really do see is Kempe's shots as a parlay piece. Just really good history. I don't really care for his attempts. That's my only thing. But I do like his head-to-head.
Yeah, I don't know. Minus 160 usually as a parlay piece, but
I don't think I would risk it on a parlay piece. That's when I'm just like, about it.
Don't like it enough. Could you pull up Fogle real quick, Walla, when you're done with it, whatever you have?
Yeah.
He's just got some spike games that are dragging his numbers up. Never mind.
Yeah, he's a 1.5 guy.
Wait, I wish we had Kuzmenko. Is there nothing on Kuzmenko?
No. DM your book and ask.
You got a point.
Yeah, that's fair.
Donato's been obviously really hot, but scary matchup. But he's got some we got points against him, but I would want plus money.
Yeah,
I don't want to pull the trigger at minus 113. I know he's been really solid, but I'd want plus money in this matchup. So
he missed for us on Tuesday, so he's probably gonna hit.
Yeah, right. What about Byfield? He's been
he's been pretty good.
Oh, very nice.
It's all goals.
Second line of Fiala and LaFerriere.
It's all goals?
Yeah, he was on like a 6-game goal streak for some reason.
Holy crap.
And then missed last game.
That's wild.
Sounded like nobody's loving anything in this one, though.
No,
not at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, these are later games, so I know that's usually Walla's MO is add a little bit for the later games as the day goes on.
If something jumps out lineup wise or something like that, I'll take a look. But I don't know. Nothing price wise is jumping out to me in this one.
Fair enough. All right. Next up, battle of some heavyweights in the West. Winnipeg taking on the Oilers. Oilers 13th most goals for, first most shots for. Winnipeg is a pretty solid matchup. 3rd fewest goals against, 7th or 8th fewest shots against. Oilers middle of the pack in terms of shots against. Oilers are a decent matchup for centers. Both these teams middle of the pack in terms of defensemen. Nothing really standing out defensive wise in terms of matchups. So let's look at the offensive side of things and see if there's anything we really like in this one, unless there's nothing you like.
Let me see. I want to check out Bouchard. He's been better on the road than at home.
Right.
I was just looking, if you're going to target Winnipeg, it's usually defensemen.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm just saying I don't know to a lot. There's it's a huge slate with just
if it doesn't
some
stand
games
out,
that really jump and some games that just don't.
Yep. Yeah, this one totals 5.5. Winnipeg is Edmonton's a minus 130 money line favorite at home. I think that's going to be interesting. Winnipeg just lost a big game to Vancouver. I have to think they come out big, so I think it's going to be a fun one to watch. Maybe not to bet. Ray, you got anything on this one before we move on? We got 3 games left. We might get them all in.
Yeah, I'm going to touch on this game a little later.
Okay. So make sure you're following at Firefighter Bets to see if Ray plays anything. Next up, I've got the Buffalo Sabres at the Utah Hockey Club. The Mammoth is what the name is going to be, it sounds like. Fun stuff. Buffalo first in terms of goals against, 4.3 goals against per game. Both these teams middle of the pack in terms of scoring. Utah 7th most shots for, Buffalo 14th most shots against. Matchup wise, not great to centers or defensemen. Utah mediocre against wingers. If you like any wingers, we will go to Walla for some player information. No goalies confirmed as of yet.
Looking through some Utah points here. I always Schmaltz is good at home. Been up and down lately, but the hit rate is better at home. I got Keller up at 1.5 points, so that speaks to what you were saying about Buffalo letting up goals lately.
Mm-hmm.
They're not playing around with Keller. Got him up at 1.5, but I wouldn't hate the Keller Schmaltz stack here, depending on the price. If it's around even money, then I like it in this game.
Well, you've played this guy before. Any thoughts on Barrett Hayton shots? I saw some chatter about him online. Figured I'd get your take.
Sorry. Let's see, at home. Definitely better at home for sure. Just got that better volume. 5.7 last 10, like nothing on the road. Let me see.
Jordan,
kind of sucks these last 3 games. Granted, it was a road trip. Maybe he gets back over here, back at home where he's better.
It's a decent matchup, but yeah, the 3 in a row missing is a little tough, especially because I would want to take him for 2.5 if you're going to play him.
Yeah, and if it was something like he had some decent volume in this last game and then he was coming back home, that would be like a thing where I'd look like, all right, he's super juiced at 1.5, 3 unders in a row coming back home. I think that this could be a spot where he goes back up. Super juiced at 1.5, so that just makes me think that there could be a chance for him to get back on track here in this one. So I don't hate it based on those home numbers, but yeah,
it's
not a bad.
Yeah, not bad, not great is what it looks like to me. Now that you taking a deep dive, Ray, you had a question.
How was Utah versus defenseman?
I have them as the 25th worst matchup. Looking at Rasmus.
Yeah, I like his uptick in shot attempts his last 3 games.
Ooh, look at this.
I know that's what I looked at that too. That's why I wanted to know how they were
Nurse
ranked.
3, Bouchard 3, Ekholm 3, Hughes 5.
I don't care. I'm playing it. I really, that's fine with me.
He hasn't faced them since 2023 when they were Arizona.
Yeah.
They were.
I like the plus money. To see 10, 11, and 7 shot attempts.
Ooh, you see that? So like 50% overall, 53% on the road or at home, but look at these last 5 on the road.
Yeah.
8.2 attempts.
Yeah, he's averaging 3.25 shots for over his last 10, or at 12, sorry, on my screen. Yeah, playing well.
Huge spike.
Playing well. It's
Yeah.
not a terrible matchup overall. So, yeah,
I mean, if he gives us, I just filtered his shot attempts to, let's see, even 5. Look at the hit rate on 5 shot attempts plus. I mean, that's all we need.
Here, I'm just curious. Let me 50% hit rate when he lands at exactly 5, attempts, which is solid for a defenseman for sure. Yeah, and then if he gets up there to 7, we really start cooking along, and he certainly has been getting there. 7, 11, 10, couple down games, but Edmonton and Florida, I don't think the Sabres went into those games with high hopes. Better spot for him.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Probably one of my favorites today. So
okay. It made the short list. We got 2 games left. Not sure if we'll have time to get through them. Boston taking on the Golden Knights. Golden Knights 7th most goals for. Boston 14th most goals against. Vegas 15th most shots for. Boston 10th most shots against. Vegas is a good matchup against wingers. Boston is a great matchup against defensemen. Not sure if anything stands out player-wise. In terms of goalies, I believe we know that it's Aiden Hill for the Golden Knights. So go to Walla.
Let's see. Eichel Point looks like a good parlay piece. Assist if you want to get a better price.
Vejmelka just got confirmed as Utah's goalie for tonight. That matters to anybody?
Gotcha.
No, he's the better goalie. He's the guy. Is their best goalie.
I like. We're eating pasta tonight. You know.
Whoa.
What's up? You like pasta?
Yeah. Pasta's for dinner. I want to see what his odds are actually at. Minus 1. I see
25.
minus 125 on Hard Rock. I haven't played him in like 3 months, so I think today's the day.
Better hit rate on the road. 8 of his last 10. All right, he's got some nice games against Vegas. He's a guy, trustworthy guy. You want to back the Stars. He's the best one they got.
The Aiden Hill line is at 21.5.
Oh yeah, goalie props played that.
It seems low, but
that's just a trap, dude.
But Boston lost a lot of pieces like leading up to the deadline.
Can't play it. I want to, but
like my number says 24.5 for that one. It's a crazy edge, but I don't know. I mean, I'll write it down.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen had 17 saves. Vazzy had 10. Allmark 22. Bobrovsky 21. Like,
yeah, okay.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'd rather it cash than me play it and like they end with like 15.
The numbers say it's good, but
yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Do you think they're going to go over those saves if Pasta doesn't get shots?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
No, right? If Pasta ended with 1 or 2 shots, you really think
it's like
the rest of the team's going to carry it?
Right.
That's like a stretch. So I think if
you could just play Pasta if you like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That's my thought process for Ray's look there is just
that's fair.
It's such a low line. Does feel kind of trappy, but I mean it's great hit rate. But but it's probably going to be driven by Pasta.
Okay, so Ray is taking Pasternak over 3.5 shots on goal. Walla, anything for you in this one?
Nah, not right now.
Okay.
Just thought Eichel looked like he could be in some parlays or something.
All right, that's fair. Last game, real quick. We've got Carolina Hurricanes at the San Jose Sharks. Before I get into the numbers, real quick, we'll go around the horn. Please let people know where they can find your work outside of the shows. We will start with Walla and then go to Ray.
All right, I'm on Twitter at WallaBets. I do the trend articles for props.cash, and I have a Discord called The Mosh Pick.
Love it. Ray.
Yes, sir. At Firefighter Bets at all socials. You can click on my Twitter, my link tree on there. You can find where I give my VIP place, only parlays, props out to cash codes, and whatever else I'm affiliated with.
Love it.
And over here.
For me, at ShotProps, Twitter/X, shotprops.com for NHL data. Last game. So the Hurricanes, 10th most goals for, San Jose Sharks, 4th most goals against. Carolina, the fewest goals against over the last 30 days, 1.56. Carolina, 3rd in shots for at 31 per game. San Jose is middle of the pack, 15th overall, 27.4 shots against per game. They're also shooting a good amount. Carolina, 5th fewest shots against. San Jose is a fantastic matchup for centers, 2nd best in the league over the last 10 games, and the 10th best matchup for wingers over the last 10 games as well. Carolina 8-2-0 over their last 10 on a 7-game winning streak. Let's go to Walla for some player information. We don't have any goaltender information as of yet. Walla's got something queued up.
Yeah, I was just poking around here. Is Ghost still on power play 1? Do we know that?
I'll tell you right now.
Let's see who gets it quicker. He is Jarvis, Aho, Blake, Hall, and Ghost.
Yeah, so he's got 4 assists in his last 4 road games. Assist in 4 out of 4 trips to San Jose. 4 out of the home games where he didn't get assists, so they're on the road here. Granted, he's been on all types of teams, so whatever. But he's on that power play 1. It's going to be a massive advantage in this spot. Probably can look at a power play point here. 4 for 4 across what was on like the Flyers, Utah, Detroit.
He's collecting his air miles.
Yeah, I like that power play 1 against the Sharks. He's got 2 in his last 5. It's nothing crazy, obviously. It's a power play point, but for plus 210 on power play 1 against the Sharks, that's nice. I like his assist at plus 115. He's more of an assist guy than a goals guy, and little production on the road lately. If you're going to target the Sharks, I think that's always a good time to try to find those like little gems at plus money.
Over the last 30 days, San Jose, 2nd most power play opportunities against, 3.33 per game. The league's worst penalty kill at 63%.
Yeah, so
fantastic for your
any other
power play
looks. It's Ghost. He's actually been the most consistent on the power play for Carolina recently.
Yeah,
I mean, on the season. He wasn't even on power play 1 the whole season, and he has the highest hit rate of power play point. Yeah, plus 210. I'm gonna put something on that.
I dig it. Ray, anything for you?
I got nothing right now. I'm cool on this one. Yeah.
All right.
Until later.
That officially wraps up our show. We're 6 minutes over the hour. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Wall. Thank you, Ray. We'll be back on Tuesday. Good luck tonight, everybody. We will see y'all soon.
See you.
Peace.